Good afternoon. I was telling Brian earlier that compared to me, you guys look tired, and that says several things to me. Not just because I'm a biohack, biofuck original, that I've been taking care of myself for a lot longer than many of you have been alive, but the stuff that we've been talking about, as I told Brian, is emotionally draining. That's why you're tired, in case you haven't figured it out. Because you realize that a good part of your lives have been pissed down a rat hole. And that's a sobering thing to come to the realization that the gunfuck, Bright, Guy, Rob, and some of the other guys are smart, but you have been on the wrong path for all these years, and that's emotionally draining, and it makes you tired, and because we haven't been doing anything physical. And I told you at the very beginning, we had two bank accounts, emotional and financial. And whether you believe me or not, or whether maybe intellectually you poo-pooed it, but it's our emotional bank account that keeps us from achieving our goals, fulfilling our dreams. And now we are with a half a day left after these glorious 5.5 days, and you're coming to the realization that what the fuck have I been doing all these years? For some of you, it's not too many years because you're young, but for some of you, it's been a while. And notwithstanding Marcus and Robert, they're back for their 6th and 8th or 6th and 9th or whatever time they've been here. It can be debilitating. And so in the close, I'm not going to do a close now because we still, if all the stuff that I taught you, all the stuff that I preached, like a Baptist or a psychopath minister from the South, if you don't pay yourself and your employees and exit, you might as well have not heard anything that I've talked about. Because this system is about taking an idea, dream to fruition, exit, and doing it again, and again, and again. And as I said in the beginning, some of you, a couple of the young guys, can do this 7, 8, 9, 10 times before they put dirt on them. For a couple of you old farts, not really old because the oldest is 45, you can still do it 2 or 3 or 4 times. Because I still plan on doing it 2 or 3 or 4 times. In fact, I plan on saying the eulogy at all your funerals. And for some of you, I'm going to piss down on the gravestone because I know that's what Mark will understand and appreciate. And if there is a heaven and a hell, it'll trickle down on him, the trickle-down effect, and says, that cocksucker, what's he doing that to me for? I'm gone now. Why is he beating me? Are there any questions? By the way, everybody's standing up right now in case you don't know that on YouTube. Are there any questions on anything that we've covered so far? Okay. Miles, you don't have anything doofus to say?
No.
Come on, Fidel.
I don't.
Don't let me down, mini seal.
I don't.
Mini seal with his 18.4% body fat. Look at how I guessed that. Pretty close, huh?
That was pretty close.
Yeah. I have the same insight into deals. Because when you're 1,000 years old and you've done this 1,000,000 times, you know the wheat from the chaff, and you can pretty much tell. And now that I know I'm a biohacker, didn't know that before, I can. But I've been guessing heights, weights, and body fat for a long, long time. And the big guy has lost a couple more pounds that I've been talking about. Part of his deal with me is to make him richer and to him to knock off a bunch of weight. And so probably, and then Jenny Craig, if I was Jenny Craig, I'd say, oh, what a great job you've done. You lost 60, 70 pounds. And I said, instead, you fat cunt, you should have lost 90 by now. And but I'm looking forward to, you guys proving yourself right, because I know you can do more than you know you can do. And especially Marcus and Robert, who have been here so many times and have seen so many of you come through and go out in the real world, you have no idea what you can accomplish. And for those of you that have businesses, and this is the prime time to borrow money from banks, because the last 75 to 90 days is when 75% of most banking loans and transactions happen. And that's why when you read in the newspaper, you read a flurry of deals happening at the end of the year, because they want to get the money out the door, one, and number two, they want to be paid bonuses and their year-end stuff, etc. So now we're going to talk about paying yourself, sucking the money out of the deal, and exiting for the rest before we do our close. If there's no more questions, we'll talk to YouTube later. Thank you.